Let's go to the NHL. Speaking of teams that are missing their chance, oh my goodness, fellas, what's going on here with the Colorado Avalanche? They had a 2-0 lead. They were holding it up. We were making fun of Monte.
You know what's super concerning?
And now all of a sudden, we are deadlocked real quick. We are deadlocked in a 2-2 series between those two. Sticking on the same side of the bracket. How about Montreal coming in as the 4 seed in their own division, now up 3-0, winning their series right now over Winnipeg. Unbelievable there.
Well, 1 second, though. Because just a few minutes ago, Montreal netted an overtime winner to officially sweep the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, there
you go. It's over.
So they have actually won the series live on air. Even more unbelievable. They have not lost a game. Sorry. They lost. They won in 7. So they won in dramatic fashion, and then they sweep the next one.
By the way, they came back 3-1. That is 7 consecutive wins for the Canadiens now, who I think a lot of people, when the playoffs started, said was the absolute worst team in the postseason. Look at them now.
And I want to know how many times in NHL history where a team has swept. This is why I thought they hadn't won a game or lost a game. Where a team has swept somebody in the first round, and then the next series gets swept. Because Winnipeg won 4-0, and then turned around and didn't win another game after beating a very good Oilers team.
The Oilers are just bad in the playoffs.
I don't know. I can't explain that. On the other side, you have the Islanders up 3-2 over the Bruins over on that side. And the Boston's got I don't care for either one of those teams, so I have no dog in that fight. But I do have a dog in the other one, as Tampa Bay is up 3-1 on the Hurricanes. Hurricanes can suck it. I don't like them anymore. Don't ever come at Nashville like that. We got Julio Jones now. Don't you ever disrespect this city. Anyways.
They have Christian McCaffrey.
I like it. He's cool. But now Tampa Bay's up 3-1 on them. We'll have to see how they plan to bounce back. I believe their next game coming up is on tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Yeah, tomorrow. So game 5 there. Tampa Bay has a chance to close it out in Carolina. We'll see how they respond after losing 6-4 in their most previous game. So this is going to be a shortened segment here, but what's been your takeaways, I guess, from this second round, and what are you kind of looking for as teams are trying to advance into the next one?
For me, it's in that Colorado Vegas series that you're talking about. What's most concerning for me for Colorado, because we're all cheering against Vegas. What's concerning for me is Colorado appears to just be getting flat out coached. If you look at the start, Colorado has scored fewer goals in every single game, while Vegas has increased how many goals they've scored every single game. So Colorado just keeps scoring less every game. Vegas keeps scoring more. And it's trending the complete wrong direction for Colorado. If this keeps up, they're going to lose in 6. It's just whatever adjustments were made after game 1, it is trending just exactly. Every game's getting worse for them. So unless they can figure it out soon, I'm a little worried Monte might be happy, which we don't want.
Well, a good thing for the Avalanche is they're going back home. So they did not have a very good run in Vegas. That was a dreadful little trip for them. So they do get to go back home on the ice, but they're most familiar with. So we'll get to see how they react. And their game is coming up on Tuesday as well. They play tomorrow evening. So very big time games at stake in the NHL coming up tomorrow. So we get final word on NHL.
Yeah, so you guys covered the Avs and Knights. Avs need to put more pucks on net, more shots at goal, better chance to win. They've dwindled every game. I'm thinking about Carolina and Tampa Bay because we've talked about the Avs. I have in the past about how they're the most talented team in the NHL. And I think the one team that could compete with them talent-wise are the Tampa Bay Lightning. And this team is absolutely unreal. And I think we slept on them a little bit coming into the postseason because they didn't have Nikita Kucherov for the entire regular season. And it was really wild, he pre-planned that he wouldn't play in the regular season, but he'd be ready to go by day one of the postseason. So you'd worry about how rust affects him, all that. Well, he scores 2 or 3 points every game. It's absolutely ridiculous watching him play. The offense, so good. Vasilevsky, he didn't have his best outing last time, but he steps up when needed. Vezina Trophy finalist for best goalie in the league. I mean, I don't want to change my tune-up super quick because I still believe that the Avs will win the Stanley Cup, and I believe that they are the most talented team. But, man, the Tampa Bay Lightning are unbelievably impressive. And as impressive as the Islanders have been, I'm cheering for the Bruins right now, so I'm not going to talk about them. But, yeah.
Hey,
shout out
to the back.
Shout out Islanders for coming back. This is actually the second time they've fallen behind 2-1. They did it last series. They closed out the Penguins in 6, winning 3 straight. They look like they could be well on their way to doing that again. So props to them. But let's go Bees. But final word, just, man, how do you slow down the Lightning?
You don't. They're my backup to the backup. They're destined.
Get a backup to the backup.
They're the backup to the backup.
You have one team, maybe 2.
Well, my team didn't make the playoffs, so
we know.
And your regular backup pretty much didn't make the playoffs.
Well, I'm starting to think the Lightning are becoming my backup instead of the backup to the backup.
Oh,
all right. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Well, because to be a good backup, you have to be successful in your few opportunities. And
what?
The Blues are a rival of my favorite team, so it's always been a little weird.
We mean a little weird. It makes no. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
It's kind of all coming into form now.
Exactly.
This is what we've been saying for years.
Bro,
so what happened is Gannon made a good point.
Connor
Gannon
has
made a good point. So Gannon had a good point that he won't cheer for Nashville Predators despite being a Titans fan because he's cheering for the Titans. I'm cheering for the Cardinals, but not the Blues.
No, that's not why I didn't choose for the Predators. I just
never mind. Then. Go Blues.
No, I just didn't want to root for them. I mean, I have nothing against them. I wanted them to win the postseason. They were my postseason team since the Rangers didn't make it. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't. The colors are just they're walking around talking about their Predators. I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan of that. I wanted a new team, and I left it up to chance. I took a couple NHL tests, and the Rangers came up. So that's how I
and you have to remember, this guy now hates the Hurricanes because they dissed the Predators. So there's still some. So
Gannon's also on my backup to the backup fan.
Oh yeah, no, there's some under the surface feelings for Predators with Gannon.
All right.
So Gannon also has a backup to the backup.
Taking that out of context, that's really bad. What we're gonna put into context